today's video is going to be a little different. And normally, you guys, if you know, I like to travel. I like to bring bottles back from different countries, and you know what I mean. At least I have an idea of what I'm bringing back. But this is different because one of my friends that I met along one of my trips and has seen one of the videos and decided to send some bottles back to me. Now, this is from Moldova, all right?
Okay.
And this is his
I know
own.
where you got this from, then.
This is his own version of his spirit and his liquor that he's creating, and it's behind him. So it's very special to me because it's not like we just went to the store and I just grabbed the local or the country's liquor itself. So this is a version of Vișnată, which is a sour cherry liqueur.
Prezint, Vișnată, fostă dată.
E sărbătoare și răsună muzica.
Bine, bine. Gustă și puțiomiș, duce fabulos. Poate gustă asta. Vă recomand și verificat și voi. Gustați.
Which mainly you can just drink on your own itself. You don't really need to add anything. But you know, here, you know, we don't just take the basics. We add a little bit of twist. I add the mad scientist, and we try to make something a special cocktail for it.
So this, you said this is from Moldova, right?
Yeah, it's from Moldova, yes.
And they got, what's this, like the largest wine cellar in the world, isn't it?
Yes, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, yeah. And you know, last time when I was in Moldova, you know, I got to go and experience that too. But here we are in Moldova, of all places. So
yeah, it's nice too.
Beautiful vineyard too that's around, and as you get down, it's pretty lower. And as you guys look around, this is huge. I mean, it stretches for miles and miles and miles.
And we are the largest underground galleries from the entire world. We have the total length of 200 kilometers, but we're not using all of them. We use only 55 kilometers. So 50 kilometers to produce and storage here our wine.
And hopefully, you know, that we can add that onto your travel itinerary.
Yeah, man,
I know you just got that passport, so.
Yeah, man, I got to fill that book out, man. That's one of the spots I want to go to, too.
Hey, bro, you know
got a
you're
good
up
friend
on boat,
that's
man.
from out there.
We're gonna see the whole world.
So just back on this, because I've never even seen or heard of this before. So you're saying this is like their local?
Yeah,
like
so we're literally translating to like a sour cherry liqueur.
Okay.
And so this version right here is just the sour cherries.
And is this specific to this one person, or is this like a regional thing? Like this is
So,
what they do in Moldova?
Well, you can get different different variations of it, but this is his own brand, like I said. So it's a family recipe. They've kind of just passed it down and, you know, kept that amongst themselves, and now they're out, you know, making their own version of it.
This one right here, the ala
So
bala.
this one is going to be more of an orange type of finish too, but same type of context. What you find,
It's
what you
giving me
made with
Alice in
oranges.
Wonderland vibes right here.
It is, right? I'm definitely getting some trippy, like, you know what I mean? Hey, but you know, I see the faces
There's
and
no
everything.
green fairy in this, is it?
And we'll see what happens after we take some shots for it. So I figure normally I give these to you, and you know, I give you some time to do some research and figure it out. But I know you have an extensive pantry, and you know, if we take some time after we take some shots,
Yeah,
give you some
definitely.
time to.
We'll give these a little taste, see how they feel, and then if we need to go out and grab some stuff, we will.
Okay, so this is my first time trying it. Obviously, you guys see the label still on it, and your first time. So let's go ahead and try at least the original one over here, and then we can go from there, and then hopefully we can create some cocktails after it.
All right, let's do it.
Go ahead and do the honors, man. I want you to bless this bottle, and
We're gonna go sour cherry first.
sour cherry first, and
Let's go traditional. So this is kind of like, I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's reminding me of what they do out in Italy. So I know, like in Italy, every family makes their own like vermouth, or you know, they have their own little recipe for everything. Is this somewhat similar to that? You would say?
Yeah, it is. So this is something like I said, when I was out in Moldova, we stopped at this one bar, and you know, we had just to this, and actually on top of that, they even gave us a free shot on top of the house. You know, they saw we were filming and everything like that, and the guys were like, you know what, these are on us, you know. So we even got some more. So you get this. I mean, it can go either way. Like I said, this can be like a starter, you know, or it can be like after you've had a dinner, like dessert type of thing, you know what I mean? So it's not overly barely sweet, but.
And is this something is this just exclusive to Moldova, or is this more like a
So you can find it not only in Moldova, Ukraine, some of the surrounding countries that were there.
Also like
there's
Eastern
this
European kind of
yes,
situation.
but this particular is from Moldova itself. Though. So we're gonna say Noroc.
Noroc.
Okay.
My bad.
Yes.
Noroc.
Now remember, we had the we did the original liquor back when we had we've done this before from Moldova, you know, but not this particular one. We had
Oh, it was like a peach situation or something like that.
no, this was
I know it was a
the
clear
cognac.
bottle.
Remember the cognac
It
that
was
we
a cognac.
yeah
It was
the
a clear
cognac.
bottle too, right?
No, it was a little. The bottle was clear, yes, but it was
Okay,
more
but
like
it was a white.
darker color.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I mean, you can tell you really don't need anything to drink along with this.
So this isn't as sour as I thought it would be, which is good, and it's also not as sweet as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Now I will say that it's thick. This is not cough syrup thick, but it has like it has a viscosity to it. I mean, it's nice. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had anything like this.
Yeah, no, and that's the unique thing about it too. You know what I mean? Going all over the world and trying different things. It's so like perfect to have, you know, for like Moldova. You know what I mean? It's so unique and perfect to have it. Like it kind of does bring me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time I try these liquors and these spirits and stuff like that, it's a great story just to, you know, even though I'm not there in that moment, it reminds me of, and I think it's like, you know, I mean, imagine drinking a whole bottle of this. I don't know what's going to happen to you because.
I mean, if you were sick, it
Yes.
probably cure whatever you had.
It's one of those creeper type of things.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's 24%. And I mean, eventually this will catch up to you.
yeah. So
But it's definitely giving me like, I don't want to say it because it could be wrong, but it's almost like a little bit of cinnamon in there too.
okay.
Like,
yeah.
like fall
Yeah.
flavor.
So
kinda
this is this season for it. So hopefully now that you got a taste of it, we can dive in and get some ideas. I mean, it's better to, obviously to get a taste, get a smell, and I'm pretty sure you can come up with some amazing cocktails for it.
Got
So.
a couple ideas.
All right. So
So we on to the next one, huh?
yes. All right. So now this is a different version. Obviously, you see the oranges on there over here, and typically oranges aren't really grown in mass production in Moldova itself, but they try to expand and see what else they could have. So they just, you know, they're experimenting to see what it came, and we're going to experiment to see what we have over here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, and this is, like I said, this is not the traditional one, but let's just see, you know what I mean, their take on it, right? So this is going to be more along the lines of like a limoncello.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So.
So I'm expecting this one to be a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, we'll find out, right? So, I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of the pulp in there.
Yeah, that's.
you know
I
what
was
mean?
like, man, this must be real. This is real fruit.
Yeah, that's one thing, Ben, I love about traveling, especially, you know, abroad. The fruits and the vegetables and the food, man. It's just, they just taste different. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, tastes real.
I'm always reminded. I'm like, are they poisonous here in the U.S.? You know what I mean? Because
You know
like,
they are. You know what's in
Wow.
a McDonald's fry?
I don't know. I
Last
did.
thing on that list is a potato. I'll tell you
Yes.
that much.
No, I did see there was something in the museum, like in Iceland, where they had the last McDonald's that was over there, and it had like a cheeseburger that hadn't really like aged and it had been there for like 10, 15 years, and they actually put
in
the
the case.
cheeseburger
Yeah.
in a case and stuff like that, and it was just like crazy.
Oh, Naro?
Narok. Yes.
That's like Fanta.
Yeah, right?
Maybe
Don't
some
you want
Sunkist.
Fanta? Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I got it.
It's lighter body,
Uh-huh.
a little more sugar content. But that's interesting.
Yeah, you get those, it's like a tangerine-ish
Yeah,
California.
A
you know
lot of
what I'm
orange
saying?
peel.
Orange,
A lot of orange peel.
orange peel.
Or
So-
you know what it almost tastes like orange marmalade.
Yeah.
Like a, sort of
Okay,
a
yeah.
jammy kind
So,
of
and
situation.
we've kind of dealt with that before. So,
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I have some ideas too, but I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, you definitely have some type of way to kind of round it out, add a little bit of boldness to it so it's not overly sweet, you know, because
Yeah,
we don't want to keep on
exactly.
adding more and more sugar. I think this is a great base to go to be the sugar additive for it. But I'm interested to see what you have.
Yeah,
And
let's see what we can do.
let's get rocking. I just drew this on Justin, and normally I would give him some time, or I would ship him things like this, you know, so he'd be able to go to the store. But we're gonna work with what we have.
Sat down for a little bit, kind of thought about what I wanted to do with some of these recipes. Got some things from around the house. So with the first Vișnată.
Yeah.
Vișnată sour cherry. So like I said, when I was drinking this, I did get like some hints of cinnamon. So we're gonna keep it like fall style or heavier on the heavier side. And I think I've got some Bushmills 12 here laying around. I think this will balance out the sweetness a little bit. Single malt Irish whiskey.
Okay.
So we're gonna kind of do like a whiskey smash.
Keeping it European though, right? Yeah.
So we
Yeah, basically.
So we're gonna have 2 ounces of our Irish whiskey. We're gonna do 0.75 of the Vișnată. Only a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup because it's already sweet enough. Add a little bit of mint, and then on top, I'm gonna throw some toasted cinnamon and add a little bit of lemon juice to kind of balance out that sweetness.
Okay. And you said this is a smash, right?
Yeah, twist on a whiskey smash.
Whiskey smash, right? And basically, you would just use for the whiskey smash, you would use all of those ingredients.
So for the whiskey smash, traditionally, it's just whiskey. It's a whiskey sour, and you add something else like mint or whatever it may be. It's pretty
Normally
simple.
like lemons and stuff like that.
Yeah, lemon, simple, mint.
That's what you're smashing
whatever.
itself.
Yeah, exactly.
In the context of the drink, okay.
But we want this to stand up enough to the whiskey, so we're gonna go. Let's go 3/4 of an ounce. Get a little swifty. Like I said, for the balance, I'm gonna go.
Need some of that acidity.
Yeah, some of the city, 3/4 of an ounce. And then just, that's not it. Just a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. A little bit of fresh mint.
Yeah, I'm glad we already picked this from your garden.
Yeah, you know, my garden in the bathroom.
Yeah. You know, the thing about it is like having this, particular liquor. I remember it reminds me of, being back in Moldova, and since you can tell when something's, family owned and homemade, what I mean? It's a great memory to have. And, like I said, we were in this bar and we had this, Vișnată, you know what I mean? It was my first time trying it, you know what I mean? And it was just basically actually starting off when I just got to Moldova. Like day one, I was there, we were looking for a bar and we found one, and, I was like, let's just, I was recommending, let's just try it out, And it was great, My first time, as soon as I got into the country, bro, I was already breaking the law. Let me tell you this, bro.
That doesn't sound safe at all.
Okay, well, technically, I was barring, okay? And we had crossed the border going in, and I just had, I was like, yo, let me just grab these grapes off the tree. So who's ever vineyard, like somewhat, they
so
grow.
you're just stealing directly from
Well,
the
yeah, I borrowed it, you know what I mean? So I took the grapes off of, people grow grapes in their backyard. Great, people make their own wine. So that's the cool thing about Moldova, like, just average Joes, average people make their own wine and grow their own, their crops and things like that. And it was like, man, I'm in Moldova now. Let me just go ahead and just, you know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna be in Moldova for a long time.
I'm here, and I just literally went across and I see the grapes just growing from it, they were open. There was no fence or nothing to grab. And I grabbed the grapes and, I was like, damn, I want to, just try them. And it was just great, fresh, organic, right off the back, someone's backyard. So.
Did it taste like freedom?
It did, right? Yeah. I made my way to the north, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, that was one of the great experiences about going over there. And Moldova is like the least traveled country as far as when it comes to Europe, not just Eastern Europe, just like all of Europe. So it's one of those small countries.
I mean, it's nothing I never heard of. I've never heard of Moldova until George came in.
Right.
So I started working at GB with you guys, and that's the first time I ever heard of it.
Typically with the smash, isn't the herb inside of the cocktail itself, or?
Sometimes you can, you can't. I'm a big proponent of the cleanest cocktail possible. So even if I make smashes, I will double strain all of the bits out because you want to drink your cocktail, not eat it. And then I'll put a little garnish on top so you get the aromatics up front and you get some of the nose and then some of the tongue. Gotcha. That's just my preference. You do it how you want to do it. But even when it comes to like mojitos, I double strain mojitos. I just put a bunch of mint up top, but you're gonna have a clean, crisp cocktail. That's just my thing.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, this looks way too good to drink, but we have to drink it for, to research purposes. So I'm gonna go ahead and
this one's mine.
Oh.
I'll make you one in a second. Hold on.
Do you remember the cheers?
Of course, man.
Okay. All right.
Narok.
Narok. There we go.
Damn. Not bad.
Not bad, yeah. I think the smoke is still kind of, you know what I mean, on the nose. But as sweet as I thought that the finish would be,
It's not as sweet.
yeah, it's not as sweet.
Yeah.
And I think the lemon makes that sour rounded out, but also like a great cocktail where like there's a balance to both sides. You know what I mean? So
I would only say to make it better, I'll probably go less whiskey, more Vișnată, because I'm not getting as much cherry as I would like.
right.
So I'm getting mint, I'm getting lemon, I'm getting whiskey. I'm not getting as much cherry as I would like. So I think I was just a little scared. Matter of fact, let me throw a little bit on top here.
Okay.
See, guys, you can always add something to it. Can never take anything away.
Yeah, and this is one of those. And this is your. Do we just straw and mix it up?
Straw
Okay.
right there.
All right. Woo! Still hot. Don't try this at home. All right.
That's better. Now that's a little bit more rounded flavor.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. Yeah. So next time I would say less whiskey, or just more of an equal part.
No, and I understand, because I think in the beginning you were just like, we just tasted it by itself and we were like, okay, that's sweet. So we don't want to ruin the cocktail by just adding too much of it. And this is what we're doing right here. We're making it live here on the spot. So it's an experiment and we find out what it is, you know what I mean? And that's, I think the whole bartending thing is, you always taste your cocktails first. Do I need to add this? Do I need to add that? You know what I mean? So this is, I think.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
We got the recipe now. You just little tweaks and adjustments
not
to
bad.
it. Well, this was great. I'm ready for the next drink, so let's get it cracking.
Let's go. All right, so for the next drink we got ourselves just a spin on a Manhattan.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 2 ounces per Manhattan. So I'm just gonna go ahead and double up on this for us. All right, so that's 4 total in. Now with Manhattans, it depends on how sweet you want it. Usually if I was to ever order a Manhattan, I'm like, hey, give me a 1/4 to 1/2 ounce. Depending on what kind of sweet vermouth you have, because like the last video we made, I use Antique. It's sweeter than something like Martini Rosso or something like that. Now I feel like this is not as sweet as normal, so I'm gonna go 0.75, not a 4 ounce. I think traditionally it's 2, 1, 3, or 3, 2, 1, 3 dashes of bitters, 2 ounces of whiskey, bourbon, or rye, and then an ounce of vermouth, whatever it is. So we're gonna go 1.5 ounces, which is 7.575. 3 dashes each, Angostura bitters. Shit, they do get a little messy when you first open them up.
Okay, and then we're stirring these, not shaking it, right?
Manhattan is always stirred, never shaken. Same with my gin martinis. For everybody out there shaking my gin martinis, I hate you so much.
Vodka martini, eh?
Shaken, not stirred.
Well, some people think that you want to do it to break up, all those juniper berries. You want to release all those flavors,
That's
things
the
like
exact,
that.
but you might as well get vodka. So if you're getting something with like a base spirit of vodka, it makes sense because it really just tastes like ethanol. And most vodka isn't really good vodka, so you really do taste the ethanol. There's certain ones out there that I've had that they'll use a rye base or potato base where you can actually taste the difference in flavor. But for the most part, it's just ethanol. So you do want to break it up. As far as the gin, if you're buying gin, why do you want to break those flavors up? That's what you're buying it for.
Okay, makes sense.
So as they say, it's called bruising the gin. You never want to bruise the gin. You don't bruise my whiskey either. Same, that's like if you asked for old fashioned, you walked in there and they were shaking it up and added club soda.
Makes sense.
You walk right out with it.
Yeah, you learn definitely something new every day. Now, we don't have any cherries anyway, but it's already a cherry flavored.
It's already cherry flavored, so
So-
I wanted to do something a little bit different. Plus, I feel like it's a different level of sweetness we don't necessarily need.
Okay.
So, my mom lives in South Korea. She just came back, and we used to always eat these together. Werther's Originals. I'm an old man with candy. We used to
I
always
remember
eat
those,
Werther's
yes.
Originals.
Yeah, I remember those.
So she brought me a whole pack. So we're gonna throw those in there, cherry caramel, and then we're gonna do a little charred orange on top.
Okay. Watch out now, bro. I saw that flame.
I know you got a bad snack.
Yeah,
You already got burnt once.
Yes.
So we don't usually add orange to Manhattan, but I feel like these flavors kind of all play with each other. Orange, caramel, cherry. I feel like it's going to give it a nice little citrus pop.
Yeah, not only do they play, like these are all like fall colors. If you just look
Yeah.
at just like, you know, the
Colors,
cocktail and
flavors,
everything too, yeah.
and that was somewhat the theme. So, not all.
Not oak. You know, see, I'm running out of sayings because first we were saying
Yeah.
kompai, then we were saying
Yeah.
cheers, and we were saying that.
It's
It's
got to keep traveling, man.
yeah.
It's nice.
Oh, it's nice.
Now that's smooth.
Very smooth.
And I love it because I could see going one out. See, I keep holding back on this, and I think an ounce would have did it
It's
just
telling
right.
you, just let me go, baby. Just
I
let
know,
me go.
it's
Just
scaring
let me
a little
go.
bit, but
you know?
I do get a little bit of cherry on the back end, which is nice. Not too much, and it's not too sour.
No.
One thing I noticed about this is, on its own, it's not too sour, but you do really taste tart, a little bit of sour cherry. That tartness kind of gets lost a little bit, so don't be afraid. If you ever get your hands on something, don't be afraid to kind of go in with it, because it's a little more subtle than I thought it would be.
No,
to
I
be
mean,
honest.
I think you're just trying to add the plus to the A. This you know, this is an A, for sure. And it's, I'm gonna try. What are these called?
Those are the Werther's Originals, baby. Caramels.
Okay.
Now they're cold, so it's gonna be a little hard, but
Yeah. It's a good.
now it's a dessert drink.
Yeah.
Chew, now take a sip.
Okay. It's a little different
It's a
once
little
you do that. Yeah.
About to get some diabetes.
Yeah. I love the twist of the orange because it adds like a different
It's like a
flavor to
nice,
it,
yeah, bright
as opposed to
citrus
just
note.
like, you know, this the cherry inside of it, and like I mentioned before, the you know, the cherry Vișnată also adds to it, you know. So it's great, man. It's really great. This is, you always put some after dinner drink or some after type of twist to it, no matter I think what we go with it, and I appreciate that because you try to like have a different range to it, you know, beginner drinks, after dinner drinks, but this is definitely a nightcap, you know,
Yeah.
so to speak. So
When I say old school is the best school when you're trying something new. Because I mean, the recipe's already been tried and true, especially if it's a very forgiving recipe. And you'll see me always try things like a riff on Manhattan, Negroni. These are consistently well-made and structured drinks that are very forgiving to whatever you put into it. And that's why I always start there. Then I can kind of add, and this is where you should be starting. You should get a Negroni. Negroni is 111. Then if you want to do 125 of this, 0.75 of that, you know what I mean? Like, that's where you go. But that's where I always kind of go back. If you watch our videos, I always kind of come back to these same consistent recipes because I don't really know what I'm working with, but I know how to work with something.
right.
And this one worked out. This one worked out.
And guys, we try to do this for you at home to be able to make, you know, some of these cocktails. Yes, you may not be able to get some of these particular spirits from these particular countries, but we're trying to show you at least the basis of how to make it. We know some things we may do may be outrageous, but we always try to bring it back at least to the simple classic cocktails. So yeah, this was great, man. We got a couple more to do, right?
Yeah, just a couple.
Ooh,
You gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be all right.
All right,
I'm gonna be
I'm
all
gonna
right.
be just fine.
All right, let's do it.